a ray of light incident on the surface of a plane mirror, as shown. Now, whenever you read about plane mirror, the first thing should come to your mind is reflection. What happens in reflection? The incident ray, the reflected ray, and normal all lie in the same plane. That's the first rule, as you know. The second rule is the angle of incidence must be equal to angle of reflect. Now, we need to know which one is angle of incidence and which one is incident ray, and then of course which one is angle of reflection, and then which one is reflected ray. Okay, obviously they should be same. So if you look around, we have two angles over here. If you consider here, this is the incident ray. Now, is this angle the angle of incidence, or this angle is angle of incidence? This is the first thing to know. Now, this dotted line represent normal. This is normal. What is normal, by the way? Normal is a line at 90 degree to a surface. As you can see, this line makes a 90 degree to this mirror, basically the surface of the mirror, the plane. So how do you state the angle of incidence? The angle of incidence is the angle from incident ray to the normal. It is the angle from normal to the incident ray, or it is the angle from incident ray to the normal. This is the angle of incidence. Means this 60 is your angle of incidence. Hence, this is your incident ray. All right. Now, which one is your angle of reflection? Yeah. Will the angle of reflection be 60 or 30? 60 because it has to be same as we know here. Now we say the angle of reflection is the angle from normal to reflected ray. Again, it is the angle from normal to reflected ray, means this angle, the 60. Okay. Now, which one is your reflected ray? This one. So B is your correct answer. Uh, this question is based on refraction. The previous one was based on reflection. So let's understand both concepts. Of course, this will help us in understanding both the concepts, in a comparison. So they say that the diagram shows a ray of light passing from glass to air. Okay. The dotted line labeled normal is a line perpendicular to the surface of the glass. Okay? Now, this dotted line is a normal, means a line drawn perpendicular to the surface of the glass. As we just learned in the previous question also, the statement for a normal. Now, what is the angle of refraction? So, to understand refraction, first we should know which one is your incident ray. Now, obviously, you would say that this is your incident ray. How I can say this is my incident ray? Based on the arrow. As you can see, the arrow shows that the ray of light is going from glass onto this point, means this is the surface between glass and air. Now, you have two angles here. One is A and other one is B. Now, which one is your angle of incidence, A or B? We learned in the previous question that the angle of incidence is the angle from incident ray to the normal. So that means A should be your angle of incidence. Okay. Now, what is angle of refraction, as the question demands from you? So you have two more angles left, C or D. Okay. Now, angle of refraction. Again, you have this angle, D or C. Which one is your angle of refraction? So based on this statement, you should go, and that says the angle from normal to the refracted ray. See, this angle means not D, because D is not the angle from normal. It is the angle from refracted ray to the surface. This is the surface. So this is wrong. It has to be from normal to the refracted ray. Okay, and shows how a converging lens forms an image of an object. As you can see, object and image formed at other side of the lens. Now, which description of the image formed by the lens is correct? So let's see. So first thing we should look for, you see the rules, how they are applied. First, you can see the ray 1. This is the ray which is parallel to principal axis. Remember the rule? An incident ray parallel to principal axis will pass through focal point here. Now this point is the focal point. Okay, so rule 1, as you can determine from here that this is rule 1, and here is your focal point. Now, this is rule number 3. A ray passes through optical center. This is the optical center of the lens, and it continues in same direction. As you can see, it travels straight. The point where both these rays are intersecting, and we draw image from principal axis to this intersection point as the image. Now you can see the image, the arrows are inverted. Look, the arrows are, see, upward, the object, and for the image it is downward. So you can safely say that this is an inverted image. Okay, now let's just go one by one by the options, okay? Even if you don't remember the concept behind for this question, you can still answer. Yes, this is inverted image, as you can easily see from the arrows, direction of arrows of the object and image, right? So option D has upright, option B has upright, and C and A has inverted options. So obviously B and D can be considered as wrong. Okay, your two options are already eliminated. Now you're left with only option A and C to decide in. So the image is virtual or real. We say it is a real image. Why it is a real image? Because you can see the rays are intersecting, after they pass through the lens over here. Remember the statement for real and virtual images? We say an image which can be formed on screen or an image that cannot be formed on screen. So this position can be considered as screen where the image is basically formed. Okay, so this is not a virtual image. So that means option C is also eliminated. So you're already, getting your answer. Okay, so you're deciding between A and C, although it is A already, as it is evident here. One more thing to verify is the size. See the size of object. So if you measure the size of object, so how much is the size of object? This is not a scale diagram. But even with the naked eye, if you see, or if you want to measure, although you're not supposed to measure, so just for the explanation I'm doing, the height of object is 1.7 centimeter, and see, the height of image is 1.2 centimeter. So we can safely say that the image is smaller in size than the object. That means diminished. Okay, so you get your option. That is option A.